Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to the Famous and Fearless channel. She allegedly had a hysterectomy in 2014. So how did Meghan Markle give birth to two royal children years later? That's not just a wild internet rumor, it's a narrative with explosive implications. And once you tug on that thread, the entire royal fairy tale starts to unravel. In this video, we're breaking down one of the most volatile claims to hit the royal rumor mill, that Meghan Markle isn't just quietly planning a divorce from Prince Harry, but that everything we thought we knew about her motherhood, her motives, and her marriage may have been a strategic illusion. And the kicker, this entire saga, hysterectomy, divorce whispers, custody wars, might be part of a narrative trap, one set by Meghan herself. Let's put this to the test. Do you believe the divorce rumors are legit? Or is this all a Hollywood-style misdirection to rebrand their empire? Drop a like if you think she's walking. Drop a comment if you think it's a staged power move. And keep watching, because what we found in court filings, expert analysis, and old interviews is way messier than tabloids let on.
So many times how Harry is so much better on his own, and the evidence appears to keep adding up. Louise, is there more than just a professional separation?
Well, it does make me wonder, because all signs point to some issues behind the scenes. I mean, professionally, they've had to separate. Their brand was toxic.
Could a single medical procedure be the key to unraveling Meghan Markle's entire public identity? That's the theory. In 2014, years before she met Prince Harry, Meghan allegedly underwent a hysterectomy. This claim, originating from obscure legal documents and amplified by anonymous Reddit sleuths, suggests she cannot biologically have children, but Archie and Lilibet exist. So now the theory shifts. What if both were born via surrogate and the royal family helped cover it up to protect optics? Legally, there's nothing scandalous about surrogacy, but in the monarchy, where bloodlines are obsession, it would shatter centuries-old expectations. The narrative isn't about biology, it's about power, secrecy, and control. And once a story like that takes root, it opens the floodgates to deeper suspicions. If Meghan kept this hidden, what else was curated in her royal persona? Sometimes the story behind the rumor is more revealing than the rumor itself. When tabloids scream divorce, most people roll their eyes. But what if the headlines are actually part of the strategy? Some analysts believe the recent separation rumors weren't leaked by insiders, but seeded deliberately by Meghan's team. Why? To test public reaction, stir online sympathy, and begin a rebrand away from the power couple image that's been losing momentum.
And wants to take full custody of their two children. The report added that Harry has a mental health issue, and Meghan is not doing anything to help him out. Remember, Prince Harry had shared in his controversial memoir Spare that he struggled with agoraphobia.
Spotify dropped them, Netflix scaled back, Archewell's influence is waning. So what's the move? Reset the narrative, make Meghan the solo phoenix rising from media ashes. It's a tactic seen in celebrity culture over and over. Initiate controlled chaos to rebuild a sharper, more independent image. Divorce in this game isn't failure, it's marketing. And while Harry may be emotionally invested, insiders believe Meghan is strategically evolving. In the age of personal brands, even a breakup can be a business plan. Imagine this: royal advisors pacing behind Kensington doors, press officers drafting multiple versions of statements, none of which ever get released, legal teams preparing silent strategies. That's what reportedly unfolded the weak whispers of divorce in progress hit British tabloids. No official denials, no family statements, just a cold, calculated silence. Why? Because the monarchy doesn't fight rumors. They bury them with bigger headlines or wait for them to implode. But this one didn't fade, it spread. And insiders say the palace may now be quietly preparing for the worst. A high-profile custody war, a public feud, or even a legal battle for titles. The royal family thrives on control, and this saga is spiraling. Unlike past scandals, this one hits global media, legal gray zones, and personal reputations simultaneously. When Buckingham Palace goes quiet, it's not peace, it's war by omission. Rewatch Meghan's 2022 podcast interviews and Netflix docuseries. You'll notice recurring themes: protecting my peace, not being heard, starting fresh. At the time, they read as personal reflections.
Favorite thing about her is that when she did her podcast series for Spotify, she didn't even record the interviews properly, she had producers interview the people and then read a script in her own voice of the questions to be edited in after the fact.
But in hindsight, many now view them as pre-breakup foreshadowing. One media coach described it as breadcrumbing, subtly preparing your audience for a major shift without spelling it out. Meghan's narratives gradually drifted from we to I, from us versus the crown to me versus the world. And when her solo brand assets began reactivating, like trademarking the TIG again and launching side projects, some PR strategists said the writing was on the wall. She didn't say it, she showed it. It's a classic Hollywood maneuver: shift identity slowly in public view until the audience adjusts. In fame management, the most powerful moves are often made in plain sight. Here's a hard truth: loyalty and strategy don't always align, and Harry may be caught between them. Insiders describe him as emotionally anchored in the relationship. He's spoken openly about trauma, abandonment, and the need for unshakable family. But those same traits, his desire to protect, his emotional transparency, could be why he's not seeing the full picture. Some former royal staffers suggest Harry's loyalty may be used as a shield for bigger moves being made behind the scenes. Meghan, ever the brand architect, is reportedly working with new image consultants, quietly, independently, and Harry still playing by the rules of love. This imbalance is what makes the divorce theory sting. It implies he might not just lose a wife, but also the narrative. In high-stakes relationships, emotional honesty without strategic clarity is a dangerous mismatch. Before we continue, let's hear from you. If you think Meghan is pulling away on purpose and Harry is being blindsided, hit the like button. And if you think this whole thing is a media stunt, add a comment below on why you think so. This is the point where public opinion starts to split, and what happens next could flip everything. What does it mean when the royal family says absolutely nothing? In past controversies, they've issued no comment statements or dropped indirect quotes through friendly press. But this time, nothing. Some say it's strategic silence, refusing to dignify the drama, but others believe it's punishment. The palace allegedly sees Meghan as a threat to the monarchy's image, a disruptor. By staying quiet, they strip her of credibility, but silence can also signal fear. What if the firm knows something explosive is coming, and they're preparing for impact, not defense? Silence isn't neutral, it's loaded. One royal commentator called it the calm before a very public legal storm. In royal politics, silence isn't weakness, it's a warning. Here's what's wild: the divorce rumor didn't just spread, it synchronized. Within 48 hours, 4 major gossip outlets ran variations of the same story. Harry and Meghan were living separate lives, evaluating their future, or quietly preparing statements. Coincidence or orchestration? This pattern mimics a known PR strategy: drip, echo, normalize. Drip the info to small outlets. Let big media echo it. Wait for the public to treat it as fact. That's how rumors become headlines, and headlines become memory. The media doesn't report the truth, it builds consensus. Whether the story's real or not becomes secondary. If every outlet says the same thing, ask who fed them first and why. Divorce lawyers have a name for this phase: strategic positioning. Before any papers are filed, before any lawyers even speak publicly, the groundwork begins. Quietly, carefully, deliberately, reactivating the TIG, applying for solo trademarks, reviving lifestyle and wellness branding. All signs that Meghan could be preparing to legally distinguish her identity from Harry's. And here's what makes it even more suspicious: many of these moves happened while the couple was publicly showing a united front. That's not contradiction, that's strategy. Behind every silent break is a very loud plan. One divorce strategist told Variety, "The ones who look calm are usually 5 steps ahead. If you're waiting for a breakup announcement, you've already missed the real action." What if Prince Harry is the last person to know what's actually happening? Some insiders say he's not just emotionally loyal, he's strategically naive. That while Meghan has been building her solo brand and circling new advisors, Harry has remained focused on activism, therapy, and their children. Sources describe him as deeply trusting. He believes in the idea of them, but love doesn't cancel leverage. And if Meghan is indeed taking calculated steps toward separation, Harry's emotional investment may leave him unprepared for a very cold exit. Not every split starts with a fight. Some start with a silent drift. That's what makes this story so unsettling. It's not loud, it's quiet, too quiet. In high-profile relationships, silence isn't peace. It's often a countdown. You know what drives 90% of public scandal? Control of the narrative. The timing of the divorce rumors aligns suspiciously with other headlines: failing brand deals, Archewell layoffs, and plummeting poll numbers. So who benefits from spinning a dramatic split? Meghan, for one, she gets to pivot into independence. The media, clicks and chaos, even the palace. A chance to frame Harry's return as redemption. Control the story, control the sympathy. It's not about truth, it's about timing. The first to cry victim usually wins the internet. And if this narrative was built to distract from deeper issues, it's working brilliantly. Always ask who the narrative benefits, because that's usually who shaped it. Here's the wildest theory yet, and it might explain everything. What if there is no divorce? What if this entire saga is an intentional leak from Meghan and Harry themselves? A baited rumor, a media stress test, a controlled storm launched to smoke out disloyal insiders, test brand resilience, and spark public sympathy. It's a tactic pulled straight from the celebrity PR playbook. Fake a scandal, control the coverage, then return stronger, create the fire, own the fire, rise from the ashes. If true, it's not a crisis, it's a masterclass. In modern media, the best way to kill a real story is to drown it in a fake one. Imagine the royal family playing chess while Meghan plays poker. One side waits patiently, calculating moves, guarding its legacy. The other, bold, unpredictable, always one step away from reshuffling the entire deck. Palace insiders say the firm's silence isn't just about optics, it's strategy. If Meghan moves first, they win the long game. Harry comes home, the prodigal son arc writes itself. But if they act too soon, they risk looking cold and vindictive. So, they wait and watch. In this game, the quietest player holds the sharpest blade, and the moment Meghan makes her next big move, whether legal or public, the crown will have its counter. In elite power circles, the real game is never played in the headlines. It's played in shadows. If a separation does happen, the ugliest battle won't be over money, it'll be over the kids. Archie and Lilibet are dual citizens. They were born in the UK and raised in the US. They hold royal titles, but live far outside the crown's control. If Meghan files for full custody in California and Harry pushes for joint rights rooted in British law, the jurisdictional chaos could become a media firestorm. And let's be clear, custody laws in California favor the status quo. That favors Meghan. Legal experts say Harry could lose, not just time, but legal standing. And if this turns into a courtroom saga, every royal secret could be exposed in discovery. In a custody war, it's not just family at stake, it's the entire legacy. One lawyer in Beverly Hills leaked a strange detail. Meghan may already have her next move planned. According to this insider, Meghan has been in quiet talks with crisis PR firms and female-forward legal teams known for high-profile celebrity exits. Why now? To secure privacy protections before any public split. That means NDAs, document control, even narrative rehearsal, down to which news outlet gets the first exclusive. She's not scrambling. She's structuring. And when someone's structuring in silence, they're usually about to speak loudly. Some say the move may come this fall, a bombshell interview, a docuseries twist, or at a court filings. The most dangerous play in Hollywood isn't scandal, it's precision. What if Meghan's endgame isn't divorce, but monarchy revenge? One theory picking up steam among royal watchers suggests that every move, from the Oprah interview to the Netflix deal to these separation rumors, is part of a calculated campaign to fracture the royal brand from the outside. By destabilizing Harry's standing and controlling the children's public image, Meghan could permanently weaken the palace's next generation narrative. No crown, no continuity. And if Harry walks back into the royal fold bruised and publicly embarrassed, Meghan still wins because she controls the future of his children. This isn't just about headlines, it's legacy sabotage. Whether true or not, it's a narrative the firm can't afford to ignore. In legacy wars, the battlefield isn't land, it's public memory. Here's what makes this all so confusing and dangerous. Both things can be true at once. Meghan could deeply love Harry and still prepare to leave him. She could feel emotionally drained by royal life, yet still crave the power her marriage gave her. Dual realities often coexist in celebrity relationships. Love, leverage, ambition, exhaustion. And when they collide in public, we get chaos. It's not black and white, it's strategy in grayscale. That's why this saga feels so different. It's not a clean story, it's a high-stakes negotiation disguised as a marriage. Never assume public figures are either sincere or scheming. They're usually both. So what's next? Here's what insiders are watching for. A sudden, heavily curated appearance of Meghan without Harry, a quietly filed court document in California, sealed but leaked, an announcement of a solo project that excludes Sussex branding altogether. If any of those happen, it signals we're entering the final phase. But don't forget, this couple knows how to control a narrative, so the next headline might not be a split. It might be reconciliation, or the illusion of one. In media warfare, peace is often just another phase of battle. So, did Meghan Markle orchestrate the slow, silent unraveling of her royal marriage? Or is this all a brilliantly executed brand reinvention? The hysterectomy rumor, the solo brand moves, the palace's icy silence, the looming threat of custody war. It could all be real, or it could be the greatest PR bait and switch in modern royal history. But one thing is clear, this isn't just gossip anymore. It's a war for control, legacy, and narrative power. And as the media frenzy intensifies, what comes next could change the entire future of the monarchy, or end the Sussex brand for good. Subscribe if you want to catch the next twist before it hits the tabloids, because in stories like this, the next move is always the most dangerous.